Welcome to Magic Arcanum. I'm Ryan Gomez. Behind the scenes is Nicole Burdick, and we're so glad you're here because it's live stream time. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. You know, I don't do these very often. I got cords everywhere. Where does this go? But they're a lot of fun. I don't do them often, but they're a lot of fun. Today we're doing early access for Wilds of Eldraine on Magic Arena. It's a cool set. I'm excited to play some games. In these types of events, I usually like to jump right into draft because normally that costs gems or gold or some resources. But when you do the early access stuff, they give you an account with 1,000,000 gems and gold. So it doesn't really cost us anything to do this. Draft is also a great way to show off a bunch of new cards and exclusively new cards. If you do constructed, people tend to build on other cards in standard or whatever. So today we're all about Wilds of Eldraine, and I thought the best way to do that would be to just jump right into a draft. I intended to start this about an hour ago, but unfortunately there were some hiccups on the tech end. They can't, wow, it is like 1 frame per second stream. What is happening? I just saw that pop up on my little warning window here. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if there's any settings I can adjust. Like I've said, I don't know a lot about how this stuff works. I apologize for the poor performance, and I don't know if I can do anything. Do we just kind of stay the course and see if it smooths out, or do I need to change some settings on my end? Let's see. I feel like if I change settings during a stream, does that break it? I don't know. Okay, output. I don't know. How do I... Video bitrate, 10,000 kbps. That sounds like a lot. Maybe that's too much. How can I fix this? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Yeah, I don't really know what I can do about that from here. There's got to be like a setting in OBS that I can tinker with. So if I go to settings, go to output. If I just like raise this number up, does that help at all? What if I do this? All right, well, I'm gonna try to raise like my bit rate and see if that makes any difference. Otherwise, I'm really sorry. I don't really know enough about how to configure OBS to smooth this out. If anyone has any ideas, sound off in the chat. Where's my little sad emoji face? Oh dear, this is embarrassing. Oh, it's getting better. All right, well, we're just gonna plow ahead then and pretend it's just a stream video from 1998. That's when I started playing Magic. All right, so maybe we'll just charge in and hopefully it'll smooth out. Anyway, we're launching a draft. Even if you only get to watch it 1 frame at a time, you still get to enjoy the draft, right? Like that's a thing. Stream looks much better. All right, well, we'll let it ride then. Excited to see a stream. Love the lore. Got me to Magic's story. It's like a PowerPoint. Oh, you guys crack me up. Thanks for being here. I know there's about 1,000,008 different content creators who have early access and are all doing something today or later tonight, whatever. Lots of people you could watch. You chose to watch the mustache at 3 FPS. Oh my, this frame rate. Yeah, I apologize again. I don't really know what I can do about it. I guess I can keep tinkering with this settings tab. What if I just keep clicking up bitrate? Does that actually get me anywhere? Our draft table is waiting to find 5 more people to fill it up. So we got a moment here before the action really starts. What if I do this? What if I go speedy mode? I mean, audio is fine, right? You guys can hear me okay? It's just that the image is really stuttering, or what's going on exactly? Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube is not very forthcoming with details about the problem. It just says it's not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming, but the video is coming from OBS, and OBS is running just fine. Like, I got the little green OK symbol. It says it's only using about 30% of my CPU power, so it looks like it should be running fine. Will there be a real Wilds of Eldraine video where you talk about the difference between the story and the cards? Yes, absolutely. That tends to come out. They've changed the way that they do the story and the card image gallery and the set release. The order of those is all different now. So we got the story pretty early on, but then I had to wait for the full card image gallery because they don't give us all the story spotlights and stuff until way late. Now that I have all that, I am working on the full story recap. I plan to have that ready next week, just in time for when the set officially goes on sale in paper. I used to have it done in time for the pre-release, which is this coming weekend, but now because of their release cadence, it is delayed another week, basically. So we should have the full What Happens recap when the set goes on sale at your local game stores. Video's faster than the queue for this draft. Oh man, I'm sorry, but I usually work with different gear. I usually record to a camera, not on a PC that I built myself. Not that I think this is we've done this before. The last live stream was Lord of the Rings, right? That was back in May or June maybe, and that one went pretty well, I think. No idea why this is going so awkward, though. Will there be side stories? There is not. Wilds of Eldraine just has 5 main story chapters, no side stories. The rumor is that they spent all of their side story budget on all of the Aftermath and March of the Machine side stories, and that they just didn't have enough left to cover anything for Eldraine, which is a shame, because in the past we've gotten some cool characters from here, and it would have been nice to check in on some of them and see what's happening. But as far as I have been informed, no side stories for Wilds of Eldraine. Speaking of delays, I know this is awkward because I think we missed the first wave of it. I think so. The way this all works, if you're new to early access, they send out an email, they being Wizards of the Coast, to all the content creators, and it's got like a link to download a special version of the client. So this isn't even like my regular Arena account. They give me a whole new software download, and they say that the servers aren't turned on until 10 a.m. Pacific. So then every streamer tries to download the client and log in, and it's like a 7 gig download. So you gotta get through all that, and then they all jump in, and then they try to quickly fill up the draft tables, and there's like this big rush of people to do like the very first draft. And I think we are now in like the second tier because my download was a little slower and I just didn't make that first rush. So I think everybody's in like that first draft pod, and now we're like the dregs showing up 5 minutes late, and there's nobody to play with. So we'll just give it a minute. Bill Gregory says, "Hey Ryan, I just got here to the stream. Welcome. Good to see you, man. I watched a lore video for Wilds of Eldraine. I gotta ask, who's your favorite character in the story?" Well, I like, is it Troyan? Is that how we're gonna pronounce it? The Videlkin who shows up and helps him get up the beanstalk. I think that's a cool inclusion. I like that that's making use of the omen paths in a fun way and introducing somebody not native to Eldraine, and he kind of gets to use his skills from Ravnica in a way that helps our heroes. And I don't want to say too much about it because we'll get more into it when I do the full recap, but yeah, I think Troyan is my favorite little addition in there. And he's got a card in the set, which is always nice. I like it when the characters have cards in the set. Well, since there's nothing happening on Arena, I guess you guys can all take a closer look at me while I read some of these comments. Initial thoughts on no Garrick at all. This is the second time he's been snubbed in a story. Well, at the end of the first Eldraine story, Garrick left the plane to chase Oko. So I don't think we were expecting him to show up again on Eldraine. He should be showing up elsewhere. I'm kind of surprised he wasn't in, March of the Machines or anything like that. March of the Machine, excuse me. So I don't know where he is. I don't know what the authors want to do with Garrick. He is an interesting character. He is supposed to be hunting Oko, who we also haven't seen since the last visit to Eldraine. So I know it's frustrating. Everyone wants to know where he is, and it feels like he does get kind of the short end of the axe. But I wasn't really expecting him to show up here just because he was on the plane last time. The whole point is that he has moved on and is now looking for that mysterious fae that we all know and love. Isn't it awesome how there's a card in the set called Rankle's Prank, which is a perfect tribute to Rankle's first card? Yeah, that is a very fun and flavorful callback to somebody, although, based on the story, I don't really know where Rankle would be at right now. I think based on the end of Aftermath, Rankle should be like in a big pit with a lot of people asleep under the Enchanted Sleep. So I'm not clear how he has a prank card unless somebody else is doing the prank, but I would have to look at the art again. Is it supposed to be him doing the prank or somebody doing a prank named after Rankle? I don't remember, but it's I love it when they reference their own characters and history, and the more named cards, the more I like. I'm considering doing like a cube of just Tyvar's Last Stand and Vraska's Betrayal, and like every card is gonna be like belong to somebody. Soren's Thirst, and just I for some reason that's funny to me. That's what makes it uniquely Magic and not just like all generic fireballs and counterspells. It's Airtie's Scorn specifically, and you can just tell whole stories based on all these named cards. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Lag is not just the webcam, the timer's also jumping around. Yeah, it seems like for whatever reason, OBS and YouTube live stream are not passing the data back and forth, because I have like the little OBS preview window up on my second monitor over here. That's why I keep looking to the left. I have two screens. Arena's running fine on this screen. OBS is running fine, basically mirroring what is on the other screen here. And then behind that, I've got the YouTube window open, and that's the one that's like stuttering ridiculous. So I don't know what's going on between OBS and YouTube. YouTube just has a little error pop up that says YouTube's not receiving enough video, and that's it. It doesn't say like increase your bit rate. It doesn't say reboot OBS. I don't really know how to troubleshoot this. So this might not be a very long stream, although we're still waiting to fill a draft. It's been waiting almost 10 minutes now for this draft to kick off. So maybe we should switch to a different mode here. I don't know. Honestly, I wish Oko appeared in Wilds of Eldraine. Just wish we saw Oko more, because we don't even know what his home plane is. Like, did he lose his spark? Great question. Great question. A lot of characters are currently unknown, and I think over the next 2 or 3 years we're gonna kind of explore some of that. I believe, however, that they have already previewed one of the sets for next year, and that's got Oko in the key art. It's what's it called? Thunder Junction, or something. It's like, it looks like the Western one where they all got cowboy hats on, and it's like kind of like a silhouette style poster, and I think Oko is in that, so I think we'll be seeing him within the next year, give or take. We might have to be patient. Try restarting your computer. So I'm afraid if I do that, it kills the whole stream though, right? Like then I gotta relaunch my whole stream, and then you're all gonna get booted, and it's gonna, I don't know, is that worth doing? You might be right, Brian. I might have to restart everything. probably better to do that now than when we get an actual game going. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just don't have any better way to fix this. So I guess I will cancel this stream,